praised the Bahraini leadership's effort to safeguard the country's security and protect its people. King Hamad expressed appreciation for the Egypt's steadfast support for Bahrain and its solidarity with the Gulf Cooperation Council, states in addressing the challenges arising from recent military developments in the region. He stressed Bahrain's commitment to achieving peace and a lasting political settlement that preserves the sovereignty of Arab states and serves the interests of their people, while highlighting Egypt's pivotal regional and international role. The two Arab leaders also reviewed bilateral relations and reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening cooperation by implementing the outcomes of Bahraini Crown Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa's visit to Egypt in September 2025, as well as activating the recommendations of the second session of the Egyptian-Bahraini Joint Governmental Committee for Economic, Trade, Scientific and Technological Cooperation held in Manama in February 2025. To shed more light on the issue, we are most delighted to be joined over the phone by our prominent guest, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of International Relations. Hello, good Dr. Hassan. Dr. Hassan.
Good morning.
Good morning. I want to ask you some questions based on what we read. How did the Egyptian-Bahraini ties develop under the leadership of President El-Sisi and King Hamad?
Yeah, it is clear that it is a very strategic relationship, and this strategic relationship has been for a long time now. And I think the mutual visits between the two heads of states are very clear. King Hamad came to Egypt in last year. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi visited Bahrain during a very difficult time, as he visits actually all Gulf countries to announce from there that Egypt supports its Arab, its neighbors, its brotherly countries in the Gulf.
Okay, so indeed, could you please shed more light on the shared Egyptian-Bahraini positions regarding regional issues and crises?
Of course, the two countries agree that the area needs de-escalation, the area needs stability, the area needs to develop, rather than to expand wars and to get into war that is really considered to be not in their interest or the interest of the entire world. So this is a very important strategic stance by the two states.
Okay, could you please stay with us while we read from the Daily News Egypt? El-Sisi reviews strategic commodity stocks social protection measures as officials confirmed that the country's reserves of essential goods remain at very reassuring levels despite ongoing regional tensions. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi reviewed Egypt's food security system, including strategic commodity stocks, food subsidy programs and social protection measures. According to a statement from the presidency during a meeting in El Alamein with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Social Solidarity Maya Morsi, Minister of Supply and International Trade Sharif Farouk, Minister of Agriculture and Land Reclamation Ala Farouk, and Chairman of the Future of Egypt for Sustainable Development Authority Baha El Ghannam, President el-Sisi was briefed on the production, distribution and strategic stockpiling of essential commodities. Officials informed the President that Egypt's reserves of key commodities are sufficient to meet domestic demand for safe periods, with stock of some essential products approaching 1 year. The meeting also reviewed the technological infrastructure and operational objectives of the Mustaqbal Masr grain silos complex, which is expressed to strengthen Egypt's food security, increase strategic storage capacity, and enhance the efficiency of grain handling and distribution. President Sisi also reviewed the country's social protection system, including the Takaful and Karama cash transfer program, stressing the importance of continuing to prioritize support for the most vulnerable households. And officials presented a proposed commodity-based cash support program, describing it as a modern subsidy mechanism that has been adopted either fully or gradually in several countries to improve social equity, while giving beneficiaries greater flexibility to choose the good that best meet their needs. Dr. Hassan, how do you assess that the fact that Egypt's reserves of key commodities to demand for safe periods with stocks of some essential products approaching 1 year?
Yes, that is something very good. Of course, we consider it very important, and I think that that was the strategy of Egypt long time ago, and the country now can tell us about this. Of course, I mean long in terms of the recent history. Like when there was COVID problem, we had that stock and we were able to survive, and we were able to feel that nothing is lacking as in any other countries. I think that also Egypt knows very well that there are many conflicts around. So I think it's a very important strategic move on the part of the Egyptian government to keep the stock in check and to make sure that it would be there for any emergency. And also regarding Takaful and the Karama, is there while there is a crisis, Egypt leadership takes care of that.
Indeed, and how do you assess Egypt's efforts when it comes to strengthening Egypt's food security and increasing strategic storage capacity and enhancing the efficiency of grain handling and distribution?
Yes, as I have said, Egypt is very keen to understand that there are a situation in the milieu in the Middle East where there is conflicts and emergencies. So the government takes precautionary steps, and they are successful in doing that.
Okay, indeed. And Dr. Hassan, we read from Egyptian Gazette, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli reviews energy protection with Minister of Petroleum. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli reviewed Egypt's plans to secure energy supplies for August during a meeting with Karim Badawi, Minister of Petroleum, and Minister Mineral Resources, with the government reaffirming its commitment to ensuring the uninterrupted availability of petroleum products and natural gas. According to a cabinet statement, Madbouli stressed that meeting the country's energy needs remain a top government priority, emphasizing the importance of sustaining fuel and gas supplies across all sectors. He called for continued coordination among relevant authorities while advancing plans to increase domestic production and accelerate the development of new discoveries to strengthen Egypt's energy security and reinforce its position as regional energy hub. Badawi outlined the ministry's plan to meet local energy demand during August, detailing the operational measures and alternative supply arrangements in place to ensure stable energy availability. He reviewed the implementation status of various operating scenarios, noting that the ministry continues to closely monitor the supply system, maintain a high level of operational readiness, and respond swiftly to any developments to ensure an uninterrupted supplies. Badawi also confirmed the regular arrival of liquefied natural gas cargoes and petroleum fuel shipments needed to ensure the continuous operation of electricity generation facilities during the peak summer consumption period. He noted that these efforts are being coordinated with the Central Bank of Egypt, the Ministries of Finance and Electricity and Renewable Energy, as well as other relevant government entities to maintain nationwide electricity supply stability. The meeting also reviewed the outcomes of Badawi's recent discussions with Egypt's regional and international partners. He highlighted progress in implementing gas field development projects in cooperation with major international energy companies and connecting new discoveries to Egypt's existing infrastructure. Dr. Hassan, in light of current global energy crisis, how do you assess Egypt's efforts to secure energy supplies?
Actually, as you have already read and as you have already mentioned, we are living in an area and we are living in an era that needs good precautions regarding energy and energy supply, especially within the context of the conflicts that we are witnessing around us. So I think calculations regarding what we should keep, how could we distribute it, and how to enhance the production of energy and all types of energy is very important stuff, of course. And I think that Egypt is taking all precautionary measures regarding this issue as well.
Okay, can you please tell us more about your opinion regarding Egypt's efforts to increase the domestic production and accelerate the development of new discoveries to strengthen Egypt's energy security and reinforce its position as a regional energy hub?
Yes, Egypt is keen about clean energy, and it has its own projects that is going on. And there was an international conference attended by the president in Sharm el-Sheikh 1 year ago or 2 years ago, as far as I remember. And I think that many countries attended and witnessed how Egypt is very keen about especially clean type of energy.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Hassan Wagih. Thank you for your thank you very much, and for your help in answering those questions. Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of International Relations. Okay. Thank you, and now we are going to move to our colleague, and thank you for watching the press.